What's up, guys? Hey, how are we doing? So it's an off week, but I got a couple things I want to talk about. I want to talk about Roxanne and Jett. And did Roxanne actually show that Jett isn't as good as we thought, and maybe that the competition's just down? I'm not sure. Barsha and Christian Craig have both had plate issues with their surgeries. But before we get into all that, and also I've got this week's goggle or glasses winner from Strapped. If you want to wait, and it's a great little post from, I forget the gentleman's name, but I'll read it to you in a second. But first, EBC Brakes. Got to thank those guys. They're awesome. If you need brakes, rotors, brake lines, you name it, hit up EBC. CompleteRacingSolutions.com. Smartest man in the industry. And actually, I'm going to reach out to Coach Rob and find out what he thinks and why these plates, surgery plates, keep breaking. That's two. That's really weird. Epic Garage Designs, check out the studio. It's ridiculous. Go to the website, epicgaragedesigns.com. And if you're in the Las Vegas area, let's get you blinds. If you need blinds, hit us up. And then Strapped. You guys know Strapped. It is the controversial goggle company that is actually a really cool dude starting a really good goggle company. So check out ridestrap.com and get you some glasses or goggles and support the movement. So let's get into this, guys.
You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
All right, guys. So I want to talk about Ken Roczen and Jett Lawrence. Jett Lawrence came out. That's the first time besides Paula where he had one of the heavy hitters out there with him. Yes, Ken was off the couch, not a lot of testing, but don't let that deceive you. Ken Roczen is good, and on any given day, that dude can beat anyone. A motivated Ken Roczen, a happy Ken Roczen is a scary Ken Roczen. He's good. So I don't think that's a proper a judgment. I don't think that's a fair judgment of where Jett's at. And if you said, oh, if Eli was there, if Anderson was there, if Barsha was there, he might not dominate. He might not go undefeated. He'd still be the guy, in my opinion. He's so good on that 450. And if he can pull off this 22-0, that's impressive. I'm going to share a little story with you. I raced Supermoto, and the first year I raced Supermoto, I needed some new wheels. So I entered what's called the sportsman class. Yes, I know, sandbagging. It is what it is. But I had to win every race. I didn't have to, but that was like a goal I set, because I'm like, I really should, because I was so much faster than the other guys. It's hard. It's hard to win every race, any championship. Like, it's crazy. Like, there was one day I was dominating, and I just ate it, and my buddy Jeff Dadges passed me, and I'm like, oh man, I got to get back by him. So I hauled ass. I got him, but I'm like, I could barely go undefeated in a class where I was clearly sandbagging. For Jett to do it on the highest level, I'm sorry, but don't take away from that because a couple guys are out. If you can go undefeated at anything, it's impressive. So Roxanne did not prove that. I 100% believe if those other guys are out there, Jett is still your man. We got some weird news this week about broken plates on a collarbone and one on an arm. Christian Craig and Justin Barsha both came onto Instagram and explained their injuries.
It's like your arm is broken, everything fell apart in it. The screws were broke, the plate shifted.
In the middle of the night one night with an extreme amount of pain. It was super weird. Went to the doctor's the next day and found out I broke my plate, which is really rare, really weird. We're not really sure what happened. I didn't do anything crazy, didn't fall down.
Both these guys mentioned, Barsha mentioned the plate broke. That's weird. And I was like, why would that happen? Because I'm a guy that has a lot of hardware in my body too, and I've never had a plate break. So I was wondering why that would happen or what would cause that to happen. And it looks like possibly it wasn't healed. If it's not healed, you're trying to hold all that pressure with one little bone and one little plate with a couple screws into your bone. That's gnarly. Christian's was a little different. I don't know. That one sounds like the thing just completely, that sounds like a failed surgery to me. It sounds like when they, it sounds like you got that garage hack screwing bolts in wherever, they missed a stud. I don't know what happened there, but Christian's sounds really bad. Barsha, I think maybe just came back a little bit too soon. These guys got to remember, even though they're world-class athletes, these two guys are on the wrong side of 30. So while they still can perform at the highest levels, they need to give their bodies a little bit more time to heal. So I think we're going to see a little difference, and that's why it's crazy to make these guys run Supercross, Motocross, Super Moto Dupercross. Like, you can't have them do all those. They're not young men anymore, and if we want these guys to have longer careers, which stars make money, and if you can have these stars around longer, how about we focus on a couple different series and, you know, not make these guys race two disciplines. Have them race one discipline. Let's have outdoor specialists, supercross specialists, and let's let these guys race into their, you know, late 30s. That would be awesome. It brands the sport better. It makes for more exciting racing. It makes more valuable racing for the promoters. I don't know why they wouldn't look at possibly doing that. And now we're going to look at our comment winner. And I appreciate all the comments. The comments section have been blowing up on my videos. So here's the winner for this week. All right, this week it's from Tiangle Flip. That's his handle. Tiangle Flip, you won. Hit me up at chriscookseymedia@gmail.com. Give me your info there, or message me on Instagram. Either one, give me your info. We'll get you glasses or goggles from Strapped sent out. Yeah, but here it is. Like your show, but not certain you can draw viewers by trashing booth talent, i.e. RC's performance. Struck me as a little off-putting. That's not to say you should abandon personal passions regarding broadcasting, but dial it back. Just my opinion, bro. Love the show. Keep it up. Hey, I appreciate that. And yes, I'm very passionate about this sport. I'm very passionate about having the right people in place to represent the sport. And that's the one weird thing about Supercross, Motocross. We've all dedicated our lives to it. Just like Christian Craig and Justin Barcia going through those injuries, almost every one of us who's raced or ridden motocross has given a nice chunk of our physical and mental, we've given up a lot of, we've hurt ourselves, given up a lot of money. Like, we all feel invested in it. So when we see something that's wrong, like I think RC in the booth, I think he's awful. But yes, I understand your point. I shouldn't have called him ugly, and if I could do it over, I'd probably take that back. But at the same time, I don't want to take away the authenticity. That's who I am. I give you what I'm thinking, right, wrong, or indifferent. So while I'm not gonna back off, I don't think that I don't take that criticism, and you know, we can always get better. I get better every single day. That's what I work on, and that's what I do. So remember, guys, subscribe, and I will catch you later.